Well, thank you for joining me today. This is an exciting opportunity as we start school next week to refocus the attention of the students in Arkansas as well as our teachers and remind them of what we're doing in our computer science initiative. And I'm delighted to see some of our legislators who've been very supportive of this initiative in the Arkansas General Assembly with us today. I'm joined by Anthony Owen. Anthony is the coordinator for computer science education within the State Department of Education. So he's one of the designated positions that will help lead this effort. He's doing a great job. Anthony, thank you for joining us today. And then we have members of the Computer Science Task Force here that have been very instrumental in driving this initiative forward and creating new ideas for the future. Purpose of this news conference is to give you an update on some of the progress that's been made and also to announce a new initiative on this Saturday that is upcoming. I love stories and anecdotes, and one principal came up to me, or superintendent, and said that they had given the assignment to a teacher: we want you to be prepared to teach it next year, computer science in the school, and we want you to go out and recruit 10 students. She came back later, and of course she had learned it, she had developed herself so she could teach it, and she says, we've maxed out with, I think it was 20 students, and so, which was the size of the class. And so there is a great interest there. I'm pleased to announce today that we have over 1,300 students signed up to take computer coding classes when school begins next year. These are 1,300 students that are signed up on Virtual Arkansas, the online class. What we do not know are how many that are signed up in the classroom itself through a teacher that has been assigned and trained to teach computer coding. But we're thrilled with the 1,300 plus students that are signed up for it. As you know, I set a goal over a period of 4 years to have 6,000 students, high school students, taking computer coding. And so with our first year up over 1,300 as we begin the school year, I'm very, very pleased with that, and I congratulate the superintendents who've worked hard to get the word out. In addition to the 1,300 students, this summer we've had over 130 teachers that have attended some type of professional development to teach computer science. And if you remember the storyline last year, we had fewer than 20 students in Arkansas, we had fewer than 20 teachers in Arkansas prepared to teach computer science, and now we've had training for over 130 teachers. These courses have been offered through the co-ops, educational co-ops across the states, through STEM centers on colleges and university campuses. The Arkansas School for Math, Sciences, and the Arts have had a development program for 15 teachers from 22 different schools that reach over 300 students themselves. Code.org has participated in it as well. In addition to the 1,300 students, the 130 teachers, we have 87 schools who have applied for grant funding for professional development that could be awarded up to $20,000 per school. And 62 of those schools will be teaching the computer science course in the classroom, face-to-face between the teacher and the students. And so those are a couple of statistics that I think show this initiative has a significant amount of momentum as we go into the school year. We obviously are marketing it this week and next week, and I'm encouraging students to take computer science next year. You can sign up whenever you go to school. You can tell your counselor, your teacher that you want to take that course, whether it's online or face-to-face with the teacher. I also wanted to announce that the Computer Science Task Force on July 22nd, voted unanimously to recommend the Commissioner of Education and the Department of Education to begin the development of a comprehensive K through 12 computer science framework. So it will go beyond the computer coding class that we're offering next year, but it'll be a more comprehensive development of K through 12 education in the computer science field. And then finally, I wanted to announce for this Saturday a unique opportunity. It is a kickoff event that will be held at the Clinton Presidential Center. This kickoff event will be called Head of the Class Bash. It will be a free coding event for students. They can come to the Clinton Presidential Center this Saturday at 9 o'clock and have a free hour of code. I want to compliment the Clinton Presidential Center, the Clinton Foundation. The AT&T Foundation has donated a significant amount of money also to the Arkansas STEM Coalition that allows us to purchase 70 laptops that will be utilized for this coding event and to offer this free hour of code. It is a great opportunity for young people to come and see their governor stumble around on an hour of code. And so I will be doing a coding. Y'all gonna join me? I will be doing coding this Saturday. And so /tag Our Kids Can Code. You can go to that and communicate on this and participate in the hour of code. With that, I'll be glad to turn it over to any questions you might have.
When do you hope to get numbers on the number of students who are getting into the face-to-face classes and not just virtual classes?
The numbers will come in whenever the schools start reporting to the Department of Education their enrollment. And so it's not going to be on the first day of school or first week. It'll be when the schools routinely submit their enrollment numbers. Anthony, you're hiding over there. Why don't you come over here and I'll let you correct me if I'm wrong on anything.
You're exactly correct, Governor. A hard date on that. Those numbers will be released or submitted to the department under our Cycle 2 report, which is submitted on October 15th, and usually those numbers are compiled and ready for release by the end of October.
Do you have a range where you'd like to see those numbers now that you know about the 1,300 in virtual?
I just want them to see them as high as we can get them. We have 1,300 now through Virtual Arkansas. I think that'll go up a little bit. And then, if we have 60-some teachers that are actually teaching in the classroom, hopefully that'll add a couple hundred, but we'll see. But this, let me emphasize, is this exceeded my expectations for the first year. We're already exceeding the expectations for the first year with these numbers, and we pushed to get it started this year because we knew how important it is. Most people said we ought to wait another year. We started it this year knowing the numbers would be low, but look at this, 1,300 plus students are going to have computer coding classes they would not have otherwise had available.
Is there much uniformity in terms of the classroom structure or syllabi between the school schools, and how does that coordinate with the ones with the course being offered online to students? I mean, are our kids in Northwest getting the same lessons, learning skills developed as, say, Southeast Arkansas?
Well, you'll get the same course structure through the Virtual Arkansas course, and so 1,300 students will be getting the same instruction. But they're also, it's designed to have flexibility. As you know, there's some coding classes that emphasize the engineering background, others emphasize JavaScript, others emphasize some other type of computer language. And so it could depend upon the interest of the students. It could depend upon what technical assistants are coming from the outside. Anthony, I'm going to let you elaborate on that.
Well, once again, Governor, you're spot on. The wonderful thing about our state being a local control state is that our while we do have frameworks and framework documents and standards documents at the Department of Education, Department of Career Education, our schools are encouraged to implement and design the curriculum based on the needs of their students and their communities to really fit their students' needs and their community needs. So though the base learning objectives of every student should be the same in a analogous course, the way that they reach those learning objectives may be divergent based on that particular school's implementation.
When you talk about the 130 teachers who have professional development, does that mean that they're ready to go teach, or is that just a step toward becoming certified?
Well, the language is that they've attended some type of professional development to teach computer science. You know, it's hard to monitor that completely because we know that they've attended the professional development class, they expressed an interest, they've been recruited to teach it, and so the level of expertise may vary, and so I think we'll know more about those statistics next year. But what it illustrates is that the teachers are stepping out saying, I'm willing to learn this, it's important for the students, the demand is going to be there, and they're taking the step to do it. And this professional development that 130 have already experienced, hopefully will be added next year. It'll be a continuing professional development to enhance those skills.
Is there any way you can break down the different levels of interest for different regions of the state among teachers and the students?
Once we receive enrollment numbers, we can see what courses students in particular geographic regions are signing, what courses they are signing up for. Part of the great thing about developing a comprehensive framework is that once that framework is implemented or that set of standards is implemented, then we can have a more focused or can identify those courses and the activities within those courses. Part of the plan is that we will develop a pathway or a set of pathways under that high school, and there might be an application or programming pathway, a security pathway, a computing tools pathway, etc. So that will give us a clear indication of what needs are being filled in the different areas of the state. But yes, we can disaggregate some of that data.
Can you say anything now about the 1,300 and the online program, where they come from?
They are all enrolling in either our Essentials to Computer Programming course or our Mathematics with Computer Science course.
But geographically, I don't think we have the information. We'll try to follow up if we can and find additional information. What I've observed is that you've had some schools that are ahead of the curve historically, that there's more awareness of the students, the teachers. Perhaps they've offered this as a career tech class before, and though they're ahead of the curve, then you've got others that this is the first time ever it's been offered, thought about. It's new territory for them, and so I think that's what you see in terms of differences, and hopefully that gap will close.